a quarter of all the land on Earth is covered by grassland. The grassland has hot, dry summers and cool, moist winters, as well as fertile soil fit for agriculture. With 15 to 23 centimeters of precipitation a year, the sandy, arid grasslands in California are home to many endemic species. None of them, however, are as intriguing or as fascinating as a giant kangaroo rat. Night has fallen in California's San Joaquin Valley. The Dipodomys ingens, more commonly known as the giant kangaroo rat, is hungry. Having spent all day sleeping in its den, it peeks its head out of its burrow and looks for seeds to carry back. Once found, the seeds are stored in specialized cheek pouches before being brought back into the burrow. There, the seeds gather moisture, an ingenious way for the giant kangaroo rat to store water. In fact, kangaroo rats can survive without drinking any water at all, getting all they need from the seeds they eat. Organisms in the dry grassland are always competing for water, which is often scarce. However, the giant kangaroo rat does not sweat and has oily skin to minimize water loss. The 20 species of Dipodomys, or kangaroo rat, also include the San Joaquin, California, and Gulf Coast variants.
Due to its size and its diet, the giant kangaroo rat is a first-level consumer and a granivore. This means it feeds mainly on seeds and plants native to its habitat. Unfortunately, being a first-level consumer, there are many organisms that feed on the giant kangaroo rat. Owls, snakes, bobcats, and other large animals all threaten the rat's safety. The large ears on its head aren't just for decoration. They help the rat hear approaching predators from a long distance. Its powerful hind legs can aid in a hasty retreat, even kicking if needed. Like many of its relatives, the giant kangaroo rat has clever adaptations that allow it to acquire food. These rats are nocturnal and forage for seeds throughout the night, safe from many predators. In order to maximize carrying capacity, the rats have pouches in their cheeks to store the seeds. Like many mammals, the giant kangaroo rat reproduces sexually. They mate during the first 5 months of the year, with 3 babies per litter only when food is available. Offspring are toothless, hairless, blind, and stay in the burrow for a month before being exposed to the surface. Sadly, many of these babies will not make it to adulthood. The harsh conditions of the dry grassland above will claim the lives of countless rats.
The rat directly generates its own heat, so it is endothermic. Like most mammals, it is an endothermic homeotherm, meaning that its body temperature remains constant.
Being a keystone species, the giant kangaroo rat plays an important role in its ecosystem. Its burrows provide habitats for other organisms, and its constant transportation of seeds aid in plant reproduction. The kangaroo rat maintains ecosystem health by promoting vegetation growth and being a primary source of food for many predators.
According to the ICUN Red List, the total population of the giant kangaroo rat numbers at around 100,000 adult individuals under average conditions.
Habitat destruction is one of the main causes of the giant kangaroo rat's endangerment. Federal and state water projects have resulted in the cultivation and irrigation of their habitats. Urban development has continued to fragment the giant kangaroo rat's remaining populations, increasing threats to the species. Additionally, farmers are also using rodenticide-treated grain, which further contributes to their continued decline. Oil drilling and extraction also destroys their habitats on the Carrizo Plain. Only 2% of the kangaroo rat's original habitat remains. Kangaroo rats are especially susceptible to endangerment since they are endemic to California, making it hard for them to adapt to other environments. Giant kangaroo rats spend most of their time in their burrows, so when humans exploit the land and destroy their burrows, it is difficult for them to locate a new habitat. Humans understand the importance of the giant kangaroo rat as a keystone species. The California Department of Fish and Game, along with the Nature Conservancy and the U.S. Bureau of Land Management, are monitoring the giant kangaroo rat populations in the Carrizo Plain Natural Area. Furthermore, the government is trying to acquire more land for the species and also restrict the use of rodenticide. Researchers are attempting to understand optimal habitat conditions for the giant kangaroo rat, though not enough funding is available. However, once they find a suitable habitat, the kangaroo rat's high reproduction rate will be able to easily replenish the population. The giant kangaroo rat is a keystone species, meaning without them, the ecosystem wouldn't be able to function properly. The giant kangaroo rat's burrows provide shelter for organisms such as the blunt-nosed leopard lizard and the San Joaquin antelope squirrel. The giant kangaroo rat is also a source of food for the San Joaquin kit fox, another endangered species that will be further affected by the loss of the giant kangaroo rat. Plants also benefit from the seed clippings that the rats surround their burrow with. If the giant kangaroo rats were to go extinct,
Many of these endangered organisms would be unable to survive. Genetic studies of the giant kangaroo rat have shown that the northern populations are highly differentiated from the ones in the south. These studies also indicate that there has been an increase in northern populations very recently. Not enough research has been conducted to determine how the species is currently evolving. With all of its roles in the grassland ecosystem, as well as for the preservation of nature, it is essential that we work together to ensure the survival of the giant kangaroo rat.